In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I created this Amapiano beat. I'll be showing you guys how I created the chords using Captain Chords Epic, which is a plugin by Mixed In Key, and they are the sponsors of today's video. Without wasting any time, let's get into the video. So for the drum sequence, I've added 3 percussion loops, and I've also used the Bacardi kick instead of the normal Amapiano kick. And we also have a shaker, and that's our first 15 seconds of the beat. Let's hear how it sounds. So now I'm about to play the chords, and thereafter I'll show you guys how I created the chords using Captain Chords Epic. With Captain Chords, we're going to start off by choosing a key and a scale from the top left corner. Let's change the scale from a minor to a major. With Captain Chords, we can quickly generate chord progressions for multiple genres, but as you can see, there's no Amapiano folder, so I chose the R&B collection called Smooth Soul in Major. We also have a dice icon that allows us to randomly generate chord progressions. We can even change or substitute the chord in the progression. Some common Amapiano progressions are the 2-6, the 2-4-5-6, or even the 4-5-6. Here we have our 1 as A major, our 2 as the B minor, our 3 as the C sharp minor, our 4 as the D major, and then we have our 5 as the E major, our 6 is the F sharp minor, then our 7 is our G sharp half diminished. So those are the chords in our scale. So with the progression that was generated, we are going to change the first chord to a B minor and the second chord to a F sharp minor. So basically we're playing a 2 to a 6 progression. So we can do this by highlighting the chord that we want to change and then selecting the appropriate chord that we want to change into. As you can hear, the chords sound very basic right now, so what we need to do is to add extensions. Captain Chords makes it super easy to add extensions to your chords by just highlighting the desired extension that you need. So here are the options for the first chord, options for the second chord, options for the third chord, options for the fourth chord, options for the fifth chord, and so and so. We're going to change the B minor chord into a B minor 7 and the F sharp minor into a F sharp minor 9. To make things more interesting, let's split the F sharp minor in half in the second section. We can also move the positions of the chords by dragging them in the chord feature at the bottom. You can also play around with the velocity. The preset that we have now doesn't work very well for the project. So to change that, we need to go to audio and then sound presets. The one I use is Asourceplug, but another favorite of mine is Synth. We can further tweak the sound design by adding reverb and filtering the sound a bit. Now we can use different inversions of the chords by just highlighting the chord and clicking the down or the up arrow. Now let's go back to the F sharp minor that we split in the second section and change it into a C sharp minor, which is our third chord in the scale. Next, what we need to do is to make the rhythm a bit more interesting. The percussion is giving off Latin vibes, so let's change to the Latin genre and select add passing chords. As you can hear, the octave is high. So to bring the chords down an octave, we just highlight the chords and click the octave down arrow. And that's how I came up with the chord progression of this project using Captain Chords Epic. You can now export the progression as MIDI, or you can render it to audio. Moving on, we have a string that plays throughout the whole song. Then I added 2 bass sounds from Nexus and Flex. After the bass, I added a piano solo just to spice things up a bit. If you prefer to use sounds that you're already familiar with Captain Chords, you can connect a third-party plugin by going to the plugins section and scanning them into Captain Chords. Mine are already loaded. For this element, I used the same chords that we created with Captain Chords, then changed the preset. Then I found this soft pad in a plugin called Nexus. After selecting the preset, I rendered the progression into audio. One more thing that I did with Captain Chords Epic was to create a melody using chords that we created at the beginning of the video. I used Nexus for the preset sound, then switched the rhythm to arpeggio 11 and played around with the inversions. So after adding the melody, I continued to add more elements like the shakers and percussions. Let's hear how they sound. As you can hear, I also changed the preset of bass to a log drum and sub sound. The next section, I pitched down the melody that we created with Captain Chords, and I also introduced a new melody into the beat. Let's see how they sound. So this is the pitched down melody. And this is basically the new melody that was introduced. So let's listen to this section and hear how it sounds. As you guys can see, the next section of the beat has a lot of elements. I've added a new bass line, a new melody, more percussion, more shakers, and an arpeggio sound playing in the background. And those are all the elements that are in the project. So that's it for today's video, guys. A huge thanks to Mixed In Key for making this video possible. Please do check out Captain plugins at mixedinkey.com/captain. Captain plugins doesn't just only come with one plugin, but 5 plugins, and Captain Chords is included inside the bundle. The link will be in the description below, and catch me in the next one. Peace.